Hey guys, so if you're looking to get a budget soundbar that has a Thunderous bass, then you should probably check this. Also, I'll give you some recommendations as well. So anyway, this is the Samsung soundbar that I've gotten recently on a good deal for about 6300 rupees. So definitely try and get this under 7000. That would be a good deal. Also on Amazon page, it doesn't really specify the box contents. However, you do get the optical cable, which is really good. Also, you get that wall mount as well, along with the power cord cable which is necessary, and also the typical Samsung remote control as well. So you are pretty much covered here. Now looking at the soundbar, in terms of build quality, I am not impressed. I mean, this has that fabric finish, guys, so which is kind of not very rugged, and maintaining it is also kind of difficult. So just for a comparison, if you look at my other soundbar, the Bose soundbar, you can see it has that mesh or grill sort of finish, so it feels quite rugged. And also on the top there is some sort of plastic sort of look, and it is quite rugged, I would say, guys. I mean, even if you just wipe it like this, nothing will happen, but you cannot say the same for the Samsung soundbar, as it can actually tear apart the sensitive parts, and this is where the speaker part is. So you really need to be very careful, and keeping it away from the dust also is difficult. And also this has no tweeters, guys, only two speakers, and on top you have these buttons, and on the front you do have this display which gives you the necessary information. So anyway, looking at the soundbar, just to give you a size comparison, this is a 6.5-inch subwoofer. So in comparison to my laptop, you can see how big it is, so to give you an idea. So this is a quick comparison with my other soundbar subwoofer, as you can see. So Samsung has that speaker on the front side, and also on the back you have that bass reflex port. Also talking about the connectivity, you only have the optical port over here. There is no HDMI AUX support here, which is kind of unfortunate, but looking at the budget and the brand and stuff, we got to live with it. So you also have the USB port, and of course there is Bluetooth. And moving on, you have the provision for connecting the subwoofer along with that power cord stuff. So now let's talk about the sound, starting with the bass. This is where it really excels. I mean, the bass, the low end, the deep bass as you call it, you can literally feel that thumping, the humming, and that rumble that the speaker creates, which typically most bass lovers enjoy. However, it lacks a little bit punch in the high bass. However, overall I would say I still enjoy that bass that this creates, despite not having that little bit of those punchy notes in the high bass. Anyway, now moving to the treble, I would say it's average at best. I mean, I had that Bose soundbar that I showed you earlier, which had a crisper high tones, I would say, compared to this one. This does not have any tweeters as well, so that could be another reason. I tried to increase the treble in the settings, and this seemed to help a little bit. So I would say I would give this a pass marks in terms of treble. Now moving to the vocals, very important as you watch content and stuff. So this is something I would say decent, again decently good. I mean, I wouldn't say the best or extraordinary. They are quite decent, I would say, nonetheless, because despite having that heavy bass, it doesn't seem to subdue those vocals. They are pretty much clear. The same goes with the mids department and the instruments or the details. Instrument separation is quite decent, I would say, again. Now another thing is the volume. I mean, for a 150 watt I was expecting a little more. I had that 80 watt speaker already, so in comparison to that I would say it's probably 20 to 30% louder, not exactly like 50-60% or something like that. This still is good enough for small to even medium sort of halls. It can definitely fill the music with a lot of bass. Now another important thing is it supports the Dolby Digital Plus. However, I would say it's not the really reason to get this. I mean, it can technically decode it. However, it does not reproduce the same sort of music. I mean, this is only 2.1. I really did not enjoy the surround sound as such. I mean, it does try to create a little bit of that virtual sound to give you a little taste of that. You probably need to get some wireless setup or something that Samsung has if you really want to enjoy it. However, I would say don't get this just for that surround sound. Now speaking of other important modes, I would say the standard is best for music. This is what I use it for music, and also I use it smart mode for content, as it does improve that bass. The BGM kind of becomes more prominent. when there is that background score going on, and it also tries to switch to the vocals so smartly that it doesn't overshadow the vocals. So you can also try that. However, I mostly stick to the standard mode for music, and occasionally I use the smart mode. So overall, I would say these modes do help us in tuning the sound so quickly. Now I'll put all the samples at the end of the video. So finally, what I would say is, for about this price, I would say it is totally worth it. If you really are a bass lover, you can definitely go for this, and even the vocals are pretty decent. So I would say you can also connect this to a TV and enjoy it. I personally use the optical output for my Samsung TV. I'll also drop recommendations in the description for similarly priced ones. Also, if you can up your budget to about 10,000 rupees, you can also get some better speakers that has tweeters and stuff. So definitely check it out. So anyway guys, that's been it for this video. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I'll see you soon.